And good afternoon, softball fans, and welcome out to the Eagles Nest here on the campus of Holy Savior Menard, where unbelievably we are getting ready for softball action here from the Eagles Nest. This is regional action that's going on between the Holy Savior Menard Lady Eagles, fresh off of their bye, and Central Private, the Redhawks, who had a big win just a couple of days ago. So getting ready to bring you softball action on a time that we didn't really think that we would be playing. We gave a little post a little bit earlier just about how the field looked ahead of time. And, I mean, you'd have never thought. Go and look at it if you see. We posted right before this video went live. So go back and look at the rain that was coming down and the way that the field, in fact, looked. And, man, just the fact that they are getting ready for softball is just incredible. You see the meeting there at home plate. We are back behind home plate is where we're at today. So this is the view that you'll see today. I know that pole is right there. I know all of that. But we're up here in the grill section, back up in top with the crowd and in this area that's right here. So if you're around and familiar with Menard, you know right where we're at. School back there behind home. Behind center field and behind the outfield wall and left field is where the school is. Football field is off to our right. Baseball field's behind us, where they'll be down, they'll be out of town in Lake Charles this weekend. So big shout out to those guys and good luck to the Eagles. But a lot of work to do tonight. This is a trip to get to the quarterfinals, and we'll get things going. Let's take a look at the starting lineups tonight. First for the visiting Redhawks, the Lady Redhawks of Central Private. Kylie Odendahl is there. Reagan Harrell will bat second. Allie Gibbs will bat third. She plays second base, and that's the only positions that we have. So that's Odendahl, Reagan Harrell, Allie Gibbs, and then Miriam Rennerson, R-E-Y-N-E-R-S-O-N, Rennerson, is batting fourth. Riley Sullivan will bat fifth in this. Holland Paxton sixth. Blakely Summerall will bat seventh. Avery McCartney bats, where did it go? Avery McCartney wears number one and bats seventh. Kylie Piper will bat eighth. And actually she bats ninth, and Bree Crawford. So somewhere in there is a designated player. We didn't get that portion of it, but we've got names, and we'd rather have that. And we'll figure it out as we go along where everybody is at on there. We appreciate the folks up in the I don't know what they call this little thing that's up here. There's got to be a name for where they cook. They cook the burgers, and they hang out, and they visit, and they just have a good time up here. And there's a roof above it, and that's why we're here, because you see those ominous clouds that are out behind the center field fence, and you just never know about those, but we're hoping they stay away tonight. Lineup's pretty same for the Lady Eagles. Leading off playing center field, junior number 18 Sawyer Shelton. Batting second, playing left field, wearing number 12 Annabelle Drago. Bell will play left field tonight, where she's been, in bat second. Emma Davis plays second. Emma Davis is at second. She wears number 20 and will bat third. Batting cleanup, the senior Sophie Giordano will play shortstop, where she's been all season long. Kenzie Lyles, the eighth grader, plays third base and wears number 9. Addie Wright, left-handed first baseman over there. She wears number 17. Kaylee Methvin will be in the circle, and why not? She's had herself a tremendous year, a tremendous career, and looking forward to big things out of Kaylee in this one. Kay Parati behind the dish, and those two are a tremendous combination. And Mika Keogh is out in right field, and that is our east side in the circle starting lineup. And so glad to have you along for all of this. Excited to bring you Lady Eagle softball. We'll take this moment, turn it over to the public address announcer, and get things ready to go.
and gentlemen, welcome to the Nest. In today's game between your Central Private Redhawks and your Holy Savior Menard Lady Eagles. Leading off for Central Private, number 21, Kylie Odendahl. Batting second, number 26, Reagan Harrell. Number 22, Allie Gibbs. Number 14, Marion Rennerson. Number 8, Riley Sullivan. Number 5, Holland Paxton. Number 2, Blakely Sumrall. Number 1, Avery McCartney. Number 16, Kylie Piper. And number 20, Bree Crawford. And now for your Lady Eagles, leading off, number 18, Sawyer Shelton. Batting second, number 12, Annabelle Drago. Batting third, number 20, Emma Davis. Number 5, Sophie Giordano. Number 9, Kinsey Lyles. Number 17, Addie Wright. Number 13, Kaylee Methvin. Number 1, Kate Parati.
Yeah.
And number 31, Mika Keogh. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the prayer and the national anthem. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Father in heaven, we ask your blessing on the game that we're about to play. Give each one of us the courage to play this game in a manner which by our words and action is pleasing to you. Let us enter into this competition in a spirit of sportsmanship and with respect for the members of the opposing team. We ask you, Father, to bless each one of us, especially the coaches, officials, parents, and players. Keep each one of us under your protection and in the protection of your Son, Jesus Christ. And help us to be aware of his presence with us during this game. And we pray all this in Jesus' name. Amen.
You have the prayer and the national anthem. That lets you know that we are ready for action. Take a look around the outfield. Again, it is Drago in left field, Shelton in center field, and right field, Mika Keogh. Third base is Kinsey Lyles. Shortstop, Sophie Giordano. Second base, Emma Davis. First base is Addie Wright. And the battery tonight, as it has been for this Lady Eagle team, behind the dish, Kate Parati. And in the circle, junior Kaylee Methvin gets things going. So we are ready to go. Did you see that video that was out there of the way the field looked behind before this game just 3 hours ago? So congratulations on that. And we are ready to get this thing underway. Leading off for this Lady Red Hawks team is going to be Kylie Odendahl. Odendahl will lead off, play shortstop, and here we go. won't see. Yeah, depends on where she's at in there, too. That pole is tough, but luckily to have where we're at in here. Methvin rocks back, misses outside with pitch number 1 that starts off at 5:31. So we knew there'd be a little bit of a rain delay after all of this, but 1 minute. Kudos to Coach Brad Turney and his staff for getting this thing taken care of and ready to go. Odendahl right up the middle. It goes. Going to be quick. Over to first to right and in time. Good work. Emma Davis gets the first out. And Odendahl looking to create and get things going. The Central Private team, you'll see them do that. They'll come out and play a lot of small ball in this. Trying to generate, had a big game rolled through round 1. In that one, this is Reagan Harrell, center fielder for Central Private. Methvin fires the first one and in there, and it is a strike. Good looking. And you saw Wright and Lyles crash from first and third. You see some of the baseball boys have made it out there onto center field fence, and we'll take a look at them in a minute. That one misses low and away. And we're underway on this Tuesday afternoon. A lot of teams push their games back until tomorrow to get out of this. But, no, it was play ball here. Central Private was on the road and ready to get up here. That one a good-looking pitch right down the middle, and that's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Good crowd has made their way in here, both from the Lady Redhawks and the Eagles, of course. And misses off the plate out of there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gibbs would be next. She's the second baseman. Carroll plays center field for this Lady Redhawks team. Methvin rocks back, offers a 2-2, and down on strike she goes, and they'll throw that one around. And quickly 2 up and 2 down for Methvin. And Allie Gibbs, second baseman, was striding. First one we've seen hit from that side. Methvin made quick work of the first 2 that have been there. Rocks back, fires the first one, misses inside and low and out of the zone. Good breeze that's out here. Maybe blow those clouds out and away, but it was that stuff going on over the outfield fence there that you see. But we don't mind this view. It's a good-looking view back here. Swung on and missed, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. And no, I can't move over a little bit. That's where the grill is. So Methvin will rock back and fire this one. That's up high and out of the zone. 2 balls and a strike. That one ground back to Methvin. She's going to take it herself. Over to first it goes, and that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down. Nothing across. And that will end it for the top half of the first. Due up in the bottom of the bottom of the first for the Lady Eagles. Shelton Drago and Emma Davis when we come back.
We've all seen how quickly things can change. Everything from the world around us to the cost of things we use on a daily basis. That's why we all need someone in our corner to keep our family protected while still watching out for our pocketbook. I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. There's no better time than now to complete an insurance review to make sure you're properly covered and not paying too much. Whether it's in our office, at your home, or your place of business, let us help you find peace of mind. If you're in need of your insurance checkup, whether auto, home, or life, talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
Firehouse Subs just partnered with Hot Ones to create 2 new Hook and Ladder subs.
One with pickles marinated in Last Dab Reaper sauce to test yourself.
And a milder one with crispy garlic chips if tests aren't really your thing.
Find out how hot you like it for a limited time at Firehouse Subs.
And we're back here at the Eagles Nest. Sawyer Shelton set to lead things off. Don't forget, join us at 8 o'clock tonight. We visit with Buckeye Lady Panthers head coach Justin Keys, longtime friend of the program, longtime friend, and tremendous coach in this area and around. And Sawyer Shelton, the junior center fielder, step in ready to go. See who that is on the hill for him. In the circle, pardon my baseballness. That one taken outside. That's Crawford that is in there. She's the one that the DP is playing for. Bree Crawford in the circle, and that's 1 ball, no strikes. Shelton takes that one inside, and that's quickly 2 balls. Well, you get Shelton on in a situation like this, and man, she's gonna be around at third in no time. Ground's a little bit soft out there, but they did a good job of getting it straight. That one's lifted out to center field and way back. Sawyer off and going. She's going to find her way to second base and around. She goes diving in, and she's going to be there with a lead-off triple for Sawyer Shelton.
Hey, lead it off, Sawyer!
And that's a 2-0 fastball that she took and went to third base with, and I apologize for you not being able to see third, but I'm happy that we're out here able to do this one for you. And Sawyer was a little down on herself in that final game, Sacred Heart game, and didn't really hit the ball well. And she made up for it there. We'll see her when she comes home. There's Drago. And already a little conference out on the mound. There you get a look at Drago and Davis as Bell will stride in ready to go. And here we go. Leadoff triple from Sawyer Shelton. Just took that right off the center field wall, and Drago now set to see what she can do here. That one misses low. You can hear the crowd, the Lady Eagles getting hyped up in there. And Crawford will rock back and deliver the 1-0, and she's out of the zone on that one. 2 balls and no strikes. And this is where she was at when Shelton took that one off the wall. We told you about those guys that were out in center field. There's a look at them. We'll zoom in on them a little bit later, but right now it's a 2-0 pitch to Drago. She takes this one down the line, too. Left fielders camp it out under it, but that's going to... Yeah, Shelton left early and had to stay. That's why she had to go back, and that unable to get home. Normally she would have scored on that, but a little bit early she left the base, and she'll get around home on that. 1 down on this. Those are runs early in the game that you got to get, but I have faith that she'll be right back on it. This is Emma Davis, second baseman for Coach Brad and the Lady Eagles. She bunts that one on. Shelton's going to get hung up. She's not going to be able to go anywhere, but that is just perfect the way you lay it down. And nobody covering second on that. And that'll bring Sophie Giordano to the plate. Sophie has... Look... So, as a disclaimer, it's on me for being up here. So, Sophie Giordano strides in there. Love the walk-up music for her nowadays. Often going to second base. Nothing and 1 the count. Giordano a base hit away from a couple of RBI. Sophie stands in there ready to go. Watches that one go low. Not far enough off to do anything, but that is ball 1. And you absolutely can't beat fun at the old ball game. Crawford in a little bit of a jam here early on. Soph takes that one up and out of the zone. 2 balls and 1 strike. G's been hitting the ball as well as anybody all year long. First team all-district. Congratulations. Methvin was first team all-district and all-district MVP of 5-2A. Coach Brad Turney, Coach of the Year. Crawford rocks back, delivers this one. A little bit of a changeup that rocks right in there. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to G. So she's seen the fastball from her. She's seen the changeup, and now she's ready to get going. That one misses low, and one of those pitches that you talk about early in the game. This is one of those. Full count here early on. A lot of games getting started going on. So Kenzie Lyles would be next. That one up and out of the zone. Ball 4, and quickly hustling down is Giordano, and that will bring the hard-hitting Kenzie Lyles to the plate. The 8th grade third baseman strides in there. Wind blowing a little right to left as we look at it. Kenzie can get it out of here without the wind blowing, doesn't matter. Just looking to put something in play and get some runs on the board here early on against Crawford and these Lady Redhawks. That one up and out of the zone as well. Addie Wright, Kaylee Methvin would be next should the inning continue here. 1 down. That one lifted high and fouling out of play. Didn't really have a chance at anything, and it's a ball and a strike. You can see what the wind's doing here. Just that American flag up in the top left corner over there of our shot. Crawford looks down. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Lyles. That one lifted and fouled up and out of play again, and she has really been out in front of the last 2, and it's a timing thing. You hear coaches a lot of times tell you to let it travel or something like that, but it's a timing thing that you just got to slow your mechanism down. Whatever your trigger is to get going, that's what you got to work on. Crawford rocks back, delivers this one up high, and that evens things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Boy, was that one tough one to take. That changeup just floated up and out of the zone. 2 balls now, 2 strikes, 1 down. Lyles takes that one that loops up and out of the strike zone, and now we are full once again. The count, pitch count really escalating on Crawford here early on in this one. She'll rock back and deliver this one. Lyles hits it foul, and luckily for Coach, we're up here looking, and he gives us a little. He's fielded the ball a little better throughout the year. But we'll redo the full count offering to Crawford. We'll rock back here once again to Lyles. Lyles pokes that one, and that's one of those drills that you run in school, a little duck and cover. And he's like, no, I didn't want any. He says, I didn't want any of that one. Camera always finds you way out in front of it. So she's made a progression. She's moved it around a little bit. That one fouled back, and she did change a little bit of timing there. Look for a big one out of Kenzie on this next pitch here. She has pushed it from early to one that was a little bit late. She's a smart enough hitter. She's seen a lot of pitches from Crawford now. Believe she sees if she gets one in the zone here, she takes advantage of it. Crawford will rock back to 3-2. There's Lyles just ahead a little bit more on it. Look, and I tell you, there's not a bit of fear in the eyes of Kenzie Lyles. Crawford's got to be saying, what do I have to do to get it past this youngster? I wouldn't throw it in the heart of the plate. Rocks back, delivers this, and it's lifted down the line and foul. And yeah, that's a Kenzie Lyles swing right there. And all out of softballs. They'll come back and have to get some more. Yeah, Kenzie's seen just about everything that pitchers had to go with. This is one of those that might not be a bad idea. Yes, you walk a run in, but you might not want to give her anything to swing at here. Crawford gets the sign off the band. We'll rock back and deliver this one. And it's poked out into left field. One run is going to score. They're going to hold up a run, and they'll go station to station with it. Kenzie Lyles with a big base hit. And the game's first run up on the Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. What a tremendous, tremendous at-bat for Kenzie Lyles there. And it's 1-0 here in this one. And Addie Wright will stride in. Some more folks starting to make their way in here. But tremendous at bat by Wright. That one up and inside, ball one, up and out of the zone. Crawford will rock back and fire this one in. It also up and out of the zone. Kenzie Lyles with a big base hit that plated a run. That one down the line and will get out of here foul. 2 balls and 1 strike. So a lot of 2-0 counts, and these Lady Eagles have been hacking away at it. You look at things already in this. And it started with that triple from Shelton, and it's just continued on since then. Crawford's up to 26 pitches now. That one out to second base. They're going to try to come home, but not in time. Changed their mind. It might have been better saved to go to first base and go ahead and take the out. But that is an infield single, and the second run up on the Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. Clear things off, and that will bring Kaylee Methvin first team all-district MVP of 5-2A, and the bases stay loaded here 2-0. Just one down, 3 base hits. Correction, 2 out. No, they got the out. Well, I don't know what they did anyway. There's 2 outs and only. That one up and out. So those of you that are saying, well, Doug, you're a dummy. Not anything that's new. In most of the time, I'm right. Let's just say that. Sometimes I'm a goofball when I look around and do a lot of different things on here, but so be it. That one up high to Methvin and out of the zone at 3 balls and no strikes. You can tell the frustration starting to set in on Crawford now. In comparison to this, that one in there, the 3-0 was taken for a strike. In comparison, in the top half of the first, Kaylee threw just 11 pitches, 6 of them in the zone, and that was the 32nd pitch thrown by Crawford. That one lifted back and foul, catcher staying in but not going to make it, and it hits that one spot that's not covered there and will roll back down, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Lyles was off at second. It was a fielder's choice that scored the run, and now it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. That one lifted deep down the line, way back, and it is gone. The correction, it is off the wall. See, that's what I get for being down in this corner. That is a 2-run double for Methvin, and she helps herself out. And, yeah, a little premature jocularity there. That one did not make it out of here. Where it was at, needless to say. 2 runs come across there. 4 runs on 4 hits now. And they'll think about things again. That must have just hit and ducked down. That would have been out close to where we normally are. Absolutely nothing worse than a home run call that's not. Kate Parati will stride in, the catcher for the Lady Eagles. Represents the 8th batter of the inning, and this is exactly what you need. 4 runs on 4 hits. The 1 base on balls. And Methvin helped herself out on that 3-2 pitch. That one in there for strike 1. So yes, all of my friends that are at home watching this one that did not have calls tonight, maybe they got rained out or whatever, or they just do baseball. Who knows what it is? Needless to say, yeah, they're just now finding out that I tanked that call because there's about a 90-second delay on all of this. So there you go. Thoughts and prayers with our buddy Chuck. Had a little minor procedure today, we'll say. A lot of great news came out of it, though, so we expect to have him up and going again. I tried to get him come to the game tonight, but his wife said no, so what do you do? That went down low and out of the zone. 2 balls and a strike.
Up there to hit. We up there to hit.
But expect quick recovery from O'Chuckles, and we'll have him back calling games in no time. That one lifted down the line. The left fielder's going to have that one, and that will retire the side, but not before. 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base after 1 complete. It is the Lady Eagles 4 and the Lady Redhawks 0 when we come back.
Firehouse Subs just partnered with Hot Ones to create 2 new Hook and Ladder subs.
One with pickles marinated in Last Dab Reaper sauce to test yourself.
And a milder one with crispy garlic chips if tests aren't really your thing.
Find out how hot you like it for a limited time.
And we are back here. Rennerson, Sullivan, and Paxton due up. Top of the lineup went 1, 2, 3. Boy, I'm going to tell you, this offense continues to just drive the softball. And there you get a look at that group out in center field there. The Lady Eagles get settled back in and time to go to work. This is Rennerson. Rennerson will stride in, ready to go. That one misses ball 1. Miriam watches that one right down the pipe. 1 ball, 1 strike. Congratulations to the teams already advancing to the quarterfinals. Buckeye is going. Gina in a big way last night behind Kiet Cooper. That one ground over to Soph. She's got it. She's going to go across the diamond and in time for the out. Good work there by Giordano. Come up just by a step. And that'll do that. Pine Prairie advances with a 7-1 win last night. Kennedy Ware solid in the circle as always. Elefantino 3 for 4 on the night. So a lot of good softball around the area. This first one is in there. That one misses low. Ball 1. That one off the plate. First hitter that Methvin has went 2-0 to. This is Briley Sullivan. Riley Sullivan stands in there. And 3-0 count. Another lefty that is in the lineup tonight for the Lady Redhawks. I keep saying night. It's rather dark out behind center field, so it gives that to you. 3 balls, no strike. We'll see if Methvin's able to pitch back out of it. Gets that one in there for strike 1. And 1 at a time's all you need. in this. Swung on and missed, and that's 3 balls and 2 strikes, and all of a sudden now Methvin has come all the way back to fill it up. That one fouled back. In that battle at Tioga and Turlings doing battle, it is Turlings 1-0 over Tioga in the 4th inning. Turlings is up 1-0, bottom 4. They were big winners, 13-1 in their first round game. I'm gonna tell you, I've definitely found the place I want to call games from. Up here in international waters is where it's at. That's what I've found that it's been called. This is great. This is the place to be. I mean, it's for the roof, of course. But no, great time up here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. They'll do it again. Sullivan down goes Sullivan there on strikes, and Methvin, good work, throws that change up. Oh, that was not what Sullivan was looking for there. And Holland, Hollyn, Holland Paxton will come to the plate. And quickly 2 up and 2 down here for Methvin in the top half of the 2nd. Top of the 2nd, we play. Paxton will stride in. That one ground over to third base past Lyles, and that's going to be a fair ball. And in for a double. Holland Paxton breaks up the no-hitter and gets things going for Central. And you don't have to get all 4 of them back. You just want to generate a little bit of something. This is Blakely Summerall that will come to the plate. Methvin will try to get settled back down here. Summerall tries the slap approach. This is what, the 4th lefty that we've seen. So we set an approach that they are going to want to make contact and just put pressure on you defensively. That was a hard hit ball by Paxton, that double down the line. Methvin will rock back and fire this one. It's popped back out over there and fouling out of play, and quickly 0-2, and that's what you like to see out of Methvin, and is any pitcher, so this isn't anything I'm telling you that's not new, but very effective when she gets ahead of hitters. It just relaxes her a little bit. You saw her come all the way back on Sullivan, but that one pushed it now to the far side and out of play down the line. And count remains 0-2. Methvin trying to strand Paxton at second base. Summerall thinking a little base hit ought to get Central Private on the board at least. That one misses low and away for ball 1. Trying to get her to chase a little bit on there, but those slap hitters, it's hard to get them on one. They see that plate so well. Methvin rocks back, fires that one up and out of the zone. Gonna have a shot down at third. Not in time. Safe and slides right under the tag. So ball 2, and that does get Paxton over to third. Slid right under the tag, and I'm telling you, if it doesn't bounce around, Karate showed off that arm there because made it very, very close on a play that you didn't even think would be that close. Down on strikes she goes. And Methvin doing work out there, getting things done. Just the one hit in this one. No runs, 1 hit, no errors and 1 left on after 1.5. Lady Eagles lead this one 4-0 when we come back.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
For cataract surgery in Central Louisiana, insist on Wallace Eye Associates, where leading eye surgeon Dr. Thomas Stuckey and our team of doctors continue to set the standard in cataract care in Louisiana. If you're over age 60 and just aren't seeing as well as you used to, let our cataract team restore your vision and renew your life. When it's time for cataract surgery, there's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
And we are back, and again, we own the rights to none of this music. Pitching change that is going on now, and so Crawford is done and gone. And we'll see, that was a young lady that just batted at the very end. We'll get back, let you know who that is that's pitching. And I should remember from just one batter ago, but Blakely Summerall. I apologize for that. Summerall strides in there, and we'll see what she's able to do. Keogh, Shelton, and Emma Davis due up here in the bottom of the second. Well, she has pitched so well this season when she's been called upon. Plays right field so very solid. She's going to be a star there in the future. Very, very solid this year. I think she was honorable mention all district. Just saw a lot of that being posted. Nevertheless, we are here in the bottom of the second. Summerall now stands in the circle. Blakely Summerall. That one up and out of the zone. Lady Indians tied it up in the bottom of the fourth, so they go to the top of the fifth. They go to the fifth inning 1-1 in that game. 1 ball, no strikes here to Keogh as we lead things off in the second, or the bottom of the second. That one fouled straight back. Keogh with a good cut at it. But hey, that's what Coach Brad wants out of these young ladies. They want them aggressively taking approaches at the plate. They will be patiently. So patiently aggressive is what they are. That makes sense to you? Don't know. Guess they tell you that they'll be, when it's in the zone, they're hacking at it. Like that, Keogh down the line. 2 balls now and 2 strikes. Grace Christian Lady Warriors softball postponed. That game will be tomorrow at 2 o'clock. They're working on a location for it, and looks like we will have the opportunity to cover that one. That is a 2 p.m. start. So I think we'll find a way to get out there. I don't know that it will be at GCS. Keogh drives that one past the third baseman for a base hit. And Mika in there with a base hit. And that will bring Shelton up, who has already tripled early in this one. Hit that one right over the center fielder's head. Sure, she's homered a couple of times this year. Patiently aggressive. Aggressively patient? Either way, that one lifted, though, into right field. That's going to be caught out in right field and will bounce around, nearly getting away, and Shelton will come back. And Emma Davis, Beldrago will stride in. One down in this one, and that leaves Keogh. Drago has been that key for this offense out of the 2 spot. Once she gets gets up there and gets going. She's got power. She can hit opposite field. That one's lifted out to left field. Way back, and off the top of the wall it goes. It's gonna have a play at the plate coming in there, and now back to third. So that'll be a double. She'll take third on the throw, but that brings Keel all the way around. And just as we told you, Drago hits the ball with power, hits the ball with authority, and did just that. 5-0 in this one. Now good work by Drago. And so just the one out here. Emma Davis. Of course, that sounds like a broken record. She's got the power to put it out of here. That one from Drago just missed being out of here.
When they charged at the gate, was that did that go back to the state, or was that some of it goes to me.
That one lifted, foul. Going to find the pavement over there. 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Lady Eagles, 4 runs, 4 hits in the first inning. Picked up a run and a hit here. Emma stays back on the changeup. Good work there at catcher. Sophie Giordano now will stride in. Nothing but a G thing. Gotta love it. That one up and out of the zone for ball 1. Summer, although has had a rather productive inning here. A lot of softball upcoming tonight. We'll keep you posted on that. That one misses out of the zone as well. 2 balls and no strikes to Giordano. Staying away from Giordano here and going to be careful. I don't know that they will give her the take sign here. She hit the ball as solid as anybody. Coach Brad May, though, senior guy, makes good decisions. Taking that one, but there was no decision. That was up and out of the zone, ball 4. And runners at first and third now for Kenzie Lyles. Lady Eagles have done a good bit of work with 2 outs this season. Summerall fires that one up and out of the zone. Ball 1 to Lyles. Lyles had a big base hit earlier in the Fargosh last inning. She had seen a lot of pitches. That was a tremendous at-bat from Lyles. She's 1 for 1 with an RBI on the afternoon. That one up and out of the zone and snap back throw there, and you got to be careful not to throw that one away. That could have been trouble as Giordano makes her way down to second base. And 2 balls, no strikes. So base hit. Well, and then the gap should do it. Giordano will be off and running on contact. That one in typical Kenzie style, driven way out of here, but foul. Way ahead on this, as she was on the first pitcher that was in there, Crawford. Methvin still just 30 pitches on the day. 18 of them have been in the strike zone. The two Redhawks pitchers have combined for 57. Summerall will rock back, deliver this one up and out of the zone. 3 balls, 1 strike. Eddie Wright would be next. And I think that, well, we'll tell you about that in a minute. That one up and out of the zone to Lyles, and it is ball 4, and that will load him up for Eddie Wright. Eddie, we told you, has Tatiana, the rally chicken, the rubber chicken that's up in the dugout. Keeps the rain away, is what she said. So there you go. Anxious moment here is opportunity for this one to get a little bit out of hand. Here's the roar of the fryer firing up there, and coach wraps up the meeting, and we're back ready to go, and that will bring Eddie Wright into the box. Right on the afternoon, an RBI and a run scored. She's 0 for 1. And we'll see what Addie's able to do. Reached on an fielder's choice earlier. That one's lifted back on top, and shrieks of ow when it's literally the roof. No, it happens. It happens. Eddie Wright stands in there. Summerall trying to get out of this jam. Bases loaded here in the bottom of the second, and Eddie gets out of there with time. This is certainly an opportunity in here. It's already a big number up there at 5-0 with Methvin on the hill. But you get a base hit here, and it could be brutal to hopes of any type of a competitive game in here. Summerall trying to keep it at 5. And he just pokes that one. It's going to end up in the third baseman's glove, and that will do it. So good job of Summerall pitching out of that one. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors. 3 left on after 2 complete. Lady Eagles lead this one 5-0 when we come back.
Central Louisiana. This is your home for live sports action. From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love with expert commentary and passionate coverage. Cheer for your favorite athletes and relive the moments that define our community spirit. Our sponsors keep us in the game. Together, we bring you the best in local sports coverage. Join the 446 Sports family today. Watch, cheer, celebrate. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media. 446 Sports, where Central Louisiana comes to play.
We're back getting things going in the top of the third. Avery McCartney, Kylie Piper, and Kylie Odendahl due up here. Methvin out for her 3rd inning of work, and again, just 30 pitches thrown, stake to a 5-0 lead. That one is ground foul. Brought to you by Tatiana, the rubber chicken. That one also in there for a strike, and Kaylee quickly ahead in this one, 0-2. The Eagles rolling. 5:31 was the start. I'm playing about 45 minutes in this one. One misses away. Lady Eagles fans here wanted that one, no doubt. Kaylee will rock back and deliver this 1-ball, 2-strike offering. Slap down the line, past Lyles it goes. And that is a leadoff single. So good piece of hitting there by McCartney. That's the second base hit of the day. And that will bring Kylie Piper to the plate. Kylie Odendahl represents the top of the order. Look, I know you want to get back in this one and thoughts of staying. That one is just bunted right out in front of the plate. Over to first it goes, and a good play made there from Parati. As always, she does such a great job back behind the dish. Sacrifice laid down by Piper, and that's exactly what you wanted to happen. It was a great play. It was a great bunt. Everything worked out, and that gets a runner down to second base. Flips it back over to Kylie Odendahl on the top of the lineup. She is the shortstop for this Lady Redhawks team. Methvin had a runner at second back in the second inning. She went clean through the first, but now that's the second base hit that she's given up, and both of them were pulled down the line past Lyles. That one down and out of there. 1-ball, 1 strike. A lot of action got moved to tomorrow, so stay tuned to 446sports.com, and you can keep up with everything that's going on as the dash for Frash rolls on. Swung on and missed there. Good looking pitch, now 1-ball and 2 strikes here. Shout out to the folks there at Gina. They were very hospitable. Coach Roark and that group getting the big 15-0 win over Mamu. Down on strikes goes Odendahl. And quickly out number 2 here, and that will bring Reagan Harrell to the dish. So she's had a runner at second base, has Methvin a couple of times. That one rocks back and fires. One of those. Wouldn't be surprised if Parati takes a shot down to second base here. Methvin got to go and swap towels. That one she's just getting out of the way. Boy, this if you'd have told me at 2:15 that this game was going to be played, I'd have told you there's no way it's going to happen. Matter of fact, I did say there was no way. Right back here to where we're at in 1000. Kate will come back and get it in, and 1-ball and 1 strike. It was a good cut added by Harrell, though. Harrell 0 for 1 on the afternoon. You see the runner at second base at the top of your screen. That was going to bounce around, and that's going to get her over to third.
Go, be tough back there.
2 balls and a strike, and now the runner makes her way over to third base. Two base hits on the day. Both of those have been pulled just over the bag past Lyles. That one off the foot. Fouled off the foot that time of Harrell. And 2 balls and 2 strikes. And boy, that one's gonna sting for a minute, as that got her right off of the ankle, the instep there, and she's feeling it off that front foot. You can see that. Coach going to come out and talk to her for a minute and say, hey, let's walk it off a little bit. You don't want your center fielder hurting one of her wheels by any means. Good job by the official to look back and talk to her and say that, yeah, she's fine, good to go. 2 balls and 2 strikes here. That one misses out, and it fills things up. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch count escalating a little bit here for Methvin. Swung on and missed, and down on strike she goes. Good looking recovery from Methvin, and the Lady Eagles are done there. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on after 2.5. Lady Eagles lead this one 5-0 when we come back.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
We're back here. Kaylee Methvin due to lead off for this Lady Eagles team. Methvin, Parati, and Mika Keogh due up here in the bottom of the third. They'll try to get something going against Summerall. Came in and pitched pretty solid in that one inning that she worked. She misses that one up and out of the zone. 1 ball, no strikes. Methvin lifts that one to center field. Shortstop drifting back, and she'll secure things there for the out. Good job of going over and getting that one. And Kate Parati now will stride in. So 2 pitches, 1 out here in this one, and the catcher, Kate Parati, will stride in. That one up and over the strike zone for ball 1. Well, we probably could have been out in the outfield first. Man, you just can't risk it with that weather. But kudos to Coach Brad and his coaching staff and the crew here that got this field back playable. That one hammered over there toward left, nearly diving forward and going. It's going to get to the wall and going to get into second base is Kate Parati. Excited to be out there is Kate, and why not? Got a runner out there for it, and it looks like Ledette. Yeah, it is. Adeline Ledette will go and run. So you see Ledette take the place as a courtesy runner. And Mika Keogh will stride in before Shelton. Good piece of hitting. Give her a single. And that one they got by her. So second base on the, I don't know if they'll give the error on it, but they'll give her a, if she doesn't touch it, they're going to give her a double with that one. Up and over the strike zone, ball 1. Just a good piece of hitting that time by Kate Parati. And now, as we said, Mika Keogh strides in.
Let's go, Meek.
3 balls, no strikes here in this one. Looking ahead to potential quarterfinal action, and St. Fred's tied in the 5th with Covenant Christian up there, and that's at Tioga. It is 1-1 in the top of the 6th. 1-1 in the 6th inning. So some that one's going to get Mika, and she'll trot down to first base. And Sawyer Shelton back in there. There's a triple on the day. And runners now at first and second. That one hits Sawyer as well. She's hit.
Central Private. Baton
And now Beldrago will stride in as that's back-to-back hit batsman, and that's going to send Coach out there pretty quick to visit with Summerall. And that will do it for her. You hit a couple of them in a row, and she's look, that's going to do it. So Summerall will come out. We'll try to get a number on who the new pitcher is. But it is a Fostering Community pitching change. And we'll get updated on who that pitcher is for you here in just a moment. I want to think, maybe McCartney. No, that's number 12 is what it says, is what it looks like. It is number 12, and we'll have to we'll go back over and see who that is. Aubrey Lane Watts. Aubrey Lane Watts will come in to pitch here. WATTS on this Frosting Community pitching change. We'll step aside from them. Be right back after this from our friends at Firehouse Subs.
Firehouse Subs just partnered with Hot Ones to create 2 new hook and ladder subs.
One with pickles marinated in last dab Reaper sauce to test yourself.
And a milder one with crispy garlic chips if tests aren't really your thing.
Find out how hot you like it for a limited time at Firehouse Subs.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
Back to here, the Eagles' Nest we go. Watts in to pitch now. Beldrago, who's 1 for 2 on the day. Bases loaded for Bell. And that one in there for strike 1. We play here in the bottom of the 3rd. Ducking under that one is Drago, and she don't want anything to do with that one hitting her back-to-back hits. 1 ball and 1 strike. Drago watches that one up in the top of the zone, just off the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. Drago, the left fielder here, had that big hit back in the 1st that really got things going, got an RBI out of the deal. Smokes that one over the head of the 3rd baseman, and that's going to score 1 run. They had to wait, but that will bring in Ledette to score. And another base hit and another RBI for Beldrago. A little upset with herself on that one, but thought she caught it a little better than that. But a base hit and an RBI and a 6-0 lead here. 6 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Lady Eagles. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Lady Redhawks. And this is Emma Davis. Davis 1 for 2 with an RBI as well. Drago now 2 for 3 with 2 RBI on the afternoon. Emma's played so well at second base this year and led offensively. Watts checks things out, looks over. Now we'll rock back and fire. That one up and out of the zone. 2 balls, no strikes. Two-0 pitch, you know, this is one that she's looking for. You expect Watts to do whatever she can to get it over the heart of the plate because you don't want to fall behind. 3 balls, no strikes, and this is one that that Davis can take advantage of. Doesn't do it, misses up and out of the zone, and nowhere to put Emma Davis. A walk is an RBI. Starting to roll the runs up here, 6-0. Lady Eagles lead this one. That one's going to be inside corner for strike one. 3 ball, 1 strike, and certainly a hitter's count for Davis. Watch Rocks backfires this one, and it's lifted just foul and over the third base dugout where the Lady Eagles reside. Over that little perch for the PA announcer. See if we can get him finally on camera after all this time. There he is. Cheering him on for sure. Watts will rock back the 3-2 offering. Hammered over there past the shortstop, and 1 run will come in, and the Lady Eagles held up. Got to be close now. Shelton's going to be hung out to dry right here, and she's out. And was coming around, and they waved, and then they held, and she was too far away to go anywhere, and she's out at home, but 1 run does score. But 2 outs now as the run is mowed down at home, but pick up the next one 7-0. And now Giordano strides in. Giordano, no official at bats today, has been walked twice and scored a run. Sophie certainly wants one to hit. A base hit here would add a couple of more on. Watts drops back and fires this one. Top half of the zone and out of it, much to the chagrin of that red-clad Redhawks fan base that has made their way up here from Baton Rouge. Watts rocks back, delivers this one again up and out of the zone. 2 balls and no strikes. And again, Giordano has walked both times she's been up, so no official at bats for Sophie. She has scored a run today. Fouls that one straight back into the wall. And made it through the netting, actually. And they'll go searching for that one. That was normally, you don't hear that thud of the metal bleachers on a ball fouled straight back, but it went through the netting. And Coach Brad will come in and take a look at it, and there's the hole in the netting that they're looking at. Still, Giordano, 2 balls, 1 strikes, 2 down. Runners at second and third. You see it on your Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. Giordano watches that one drop right in on her. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 down here in the bottom of the third. 7-0, Lady Eagles live. And that one is snagged over there at third base, and that will retire the side. What a huge play at third base. We'll see if that gives the Lady Redhawks a little life. Tremendous play over there at third base, but the Lady Eagles pick up 2 runs on 2 hits. They lead at 7-0 after 3. We'll be right back right after this.
Central Louisiana. This is your home for live sports action. From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love with expert commentary and passionate coverage. Cheer for your favorite athletes and relive the moments that define our community spirit. Our sponsors keep us in the game. Together, we bring you the best in local sports coverage. Join the 446 Sports family today. Watch, cheer, celebrate. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media. .446 Sports, where Central Louisiana comes to play.
And we are back here getting ready for the top of the 4th. Again, still amazed that we're even playing this one. This is Allie Gibbs. Gibbs right back to Methvin, and she'll go over the first one, pitch one out. And that certainly helps the pitch count. Miriam Rennerson will hit.
What's that around your head?
South African crocodile. Get myself.
That one misses low. Well, you're getting to the point now where you want to go ahead and hold them here. Of course you do, but you try to get the 3 runs where you've got to come out and you can end this thing in 5. That one ground over to third. Lyles is not going to be able to have it, and Giordano will pick it up, but unable to do anything. You've got to get it out of your hand so quickly, and they're going to score that an error here on Lyles. That puts the runner at first base. So the first error for either squad today, been a pretty clean ball game. And Briley Sullivan now will stand in. And again, we'll see if they try to take off down there. And good job of getting off the base because you can't really do much. It's difficult for Parati to throw around the runner or the batter that's in that left side box. Especially if she stays right there where she's supposed to. If she gets out of the box, now it's a whole different story. Swung on and missed. Now a snap throw down to first, but not in time. You knew that Kate had been thinking about it. She loves that play and does such a good job of it. A lot of tight battles around the way today. St. Fred's was in a tight one. Tioga and Turlings was tied at 1. Going into the 6th. We'll try to get some updates on those. That ground ball is there. So, little flip to second. They'll try to go to first, but not in time. That's a fielder's choice now. Fielder's choice for Sullivan. That'll bring up Holland Paxton with 2 down. And this young lady just had the first base hit of the game. Full count on her and ripped one down the line past Lyles. Kenzie's had a lot of hard shots over to her today at third base. But again, you're just one pitch from getting out of this. Methvin rocks back. And that one is going right back to Methvin, and why not? The District 5 2A MVP will take it herself. And the side is retired. So no runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left on. We move to the bottom of the 4th. In this one, you'd like to get some runs if you're a Lady Eagles fan. Save some arms, save some time, and go on and get out of this. We'll see as we move to the bottom of the 4th when we come back. Back to the bottom of the 4th, and Kenzie Lyles will lead things off. St. Fred's taking the lead back 4-3 as they move to the top of the 6th. So that one is, that tie was broken. The winner of this game moves on to play the winner of that game. If that game is won by St. Fred's, these Lady Eagles will make their way up there. If they hold on to this one, if the Lady Eagles win and St. Fred's loses, that game will be here. We'll keep you updated on times and dates and all of the like. But Kenzie Lyles now strides in, ready to start things off. That misses low and bounces around. And looks like Watts out for her 2nd inning of work here. Creighton on the mound, or in the circle for those Lady Warriors. That one misses up and out of zone. So you'd like, certainly 8 runs would end it, but you don't see that happening on here. Now, they can put up runs in bunches, but you'd like to get over that 10-run mark, go to the 5th, and shut things down there. So that's your goal. That one up and out of the zone. That one in there for the strike. So 3 balls and 1 strike to Lyles. Should be a good pitch to swing at here for Lyles. Went after one up and out of the zone. 3 balls, 2 strikes, but she does not like to, she doesn't want to walk. She wants to go up there and swing the stick, and she's done that well all season long. Lady Indians have opened things up in that one 4-1, so the Lady Indians leading there, and that's going to send Lyles down to first base.
Let's go, Addie.
And Addie Wright will come in. So a little bit of breathing room for some of these teams. Keep an eye on Grant as they are playing. That's one of the teams that we covered a good bit. That one over to third base. Plays at second, but not going to be there. Oh, goodness gracious. And they're going to call Lyles out. And looked like she had beat it by about half a step, but a fielder's choice will be issued. West Washita up 7-1. LaSalle Lady Tigers, that's our pick to win it all in their division. And why not? That was going with the chalk is what that was doing. Grant up 4-0 in their game over Eunice, so big work there. So Addie Wright on a fielder's choice. That one down and out of the zone to Methvin. Methvin had a big hit last time up at bat. Grant now up 5-0 in their game. Hicks Lady Pirates up 5-3 over Castor. That one bounces around. Thought about it down at first, but Addie had not got off far enough, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. One thing you don't want to do is get out of here without picking up any runs. If you got an opportunity, you get into that time where you can end one, you certainly want to do that. Snap throw is back down there, and that Sun's going to get the ball in, but not near enough for Addie to take off, and there's no need to go down there. 3-0 count to Methvin. Parati would be next. Grant starting to really open things up now against Eunice. That game is 7-0. And that is a 4-pitch walk to Methvin. Runners will be at first and second for Kate Parati. And they'll get a runner in, and that's going to be Amelie Lyons, the senior. Lyons will make her way over to first base to run for Methvin.
Let's go, Kate. Same thing. It's in the back seat on the floor, I think. Here we go, Kate.
Parati had a big hit her last time up at bat. And RBI, you'd like to see that keep going. That one's lifted into center field, and it's going to be comfortably caught there by the center fielder, and 2 down. and Mika Keogh. So quickly, after getting a couple of runners on, 2 outs, it's up to Mika to keep things going again. She did it last inning when they played it a couple of runs. 4 runs, 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third. Watts fires that one in there for strike 1. So this Redhawks team, Lady Redhawks out of Central Private, have played good. It's just been the timely hitting of the Lady Eagles. A few walks have been thrown, high pitch counts. There's going to go the short way to second. Good work out there at shortstop again. She's been solid throughout the day, and that combination there has done a good bit of it. So no runs, no hits, no errors, a couple of walks, and 2 left on after 4 complete. Lady Eagles lead this one 7-0. We head to the top of the 5th when we come back to this from Southern Air.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime. And
back to work we go here in the top of the 5th. Lady Eagles have been in charge since that first inning when they put 4 runs across. Looking to bunt, there is Watts, and runs through that one for ball 1. I say international waters, that's the place to be out here at the Nest. There's no doubt about that. Watts will get back into the box. Methvin rocks back, delivers this one in there for strike 1, evens things up, and a ball and a strike. Again, the winner of this will play the winner of St. Fred's and Covenant Christian. St. Fred's wins, it'll be up in Monroe. That one bunted down and they let it go, and it rolls foul. Good work by Eddie Wright. It would have been a base hit if she comes up and fields that. Instead, it's strike 2. Tremendous crowd that has made it out here tonight for the Lady Eagles' first playoff game of 2025, first round bye. They have to win, and St. Fred's has to lose for this not to be their final home game of the season. The quarterfinal matchup would be on the road to Monroe there at St. Fred. And down on strikes goes Watson. They'll throw it around. And one down here. Top of the 5th, Methvin has been solid, scattered just the 2 hits, and they were 1 each in the first and the third inning. An error allowed the third base runner, but got 1 runner to third. But that's it. That went in there for a strike, and Methvin seven, 7-1 for the Lady Eagles, 0-2 and 0 for the Lady Redhawks. Ball 1 strike, 1 down here. That one is over to Lyles. She'll field this one. Across the diamond to first she goes, and in time for the out. And Lyles needed that one. She's had a couple of tough ones over there. But first team all-district third baseman comes up and gets that one. Good work, good stretch over there by Wright. Great work at both positions here. and 2 up and 2 down here in the top of the 5th. Again, different angle tonight is because that threat for rain was on us. It has held off so far, but anytime you've got camera equipment, you have to be cognizant of the weather forecast. Weather forecast brought to you by KELB and their first alert. We appreciate working with those guys. And we'll get home and we'll take a look at what tomorrow looks like. Swung on and missed there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. A lot of teams in action, and you have to get those games played by tomorrow. It cannot roll into Thursday. Get 2.5 weeks. Don't forget, did I tell you that it's coming up at 8 o'clock tonight? If we get out of here in time, we'll visit with head coach Justin Keys of the Buckeye Lady Panthers. It may get pushed back because of the duration of this game. But we'll see. That one misses outside, and that's a very rare full count for Methvin today. She's only thrown, I think that's her 3rd one maybe. She's been very proficient with her pitch count today. Rocks back and fires this one, and that's out of the zone for ball 4. And a base runner there. Montgomery has moved on. They beat Welsh. Tioga up 4-1. That one misses ball 1.
Kaylee, you got it.
And Methvin has walked the prior hitter. And now 1-0 here. But it doesn't take much to settle Kaylee down. That one out of the zone, too, and it might warrant a visit from Coach Turney. He's looking over into the dugout at him right now, getting a sign. That one over to Lyles. She'll go across the diamond in time, and good work again by the combination of Kenzie Lyles and Addie Wright. We move to the bottom of the 5th. Lady Eagles still leading 7-0 when we come back.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
Sawyer Shelton's going to lead things off here. Had that big triple to get things going in the first part of that 4-run inning, and we'd like another one of those here. The Lady Eagles have an opportunity to end it in this inning, and you'd like to see Sawyer get things going here in the bottom of the 5th. That one is going to be a she's got to run that one out now. That is going to be a strangest strangest of plays as she ducks down, keeps the bat up, and it hits it and goes fair. And she's going to be out. And I've just I have to look at that again later. But Beldrago strides in there. That's one of the strangest that I've seen. Keeps the bat up. You got to get the bat down. Drago now takes that one in there for strike one. And usually, I mean, 99% of the time you'll see that just as a foul ball, but it ended up in fair territory, and she still made it close. That one lifted high, coming back for it, and going to end up just in between that. Right over here is where it ended up.
Gotta have that, Mr. Tony. Get your hat out, all right? How about I say you flip that hat off? You chew them out, you gotta catch it. Cost me a ball, my tuition's going up.
That one lifted by Drago into left field, drifting back. She'll have it just shy of the wall. The good thing about the new mic set we use is it catches everything in front of where we're at, and it filters out everything to the side of us. So that's one of those things that we learned that when we had to sit next to the band one time. Tioga Lady Indians move on. They beat Turlings Catholic 4-2. So Tioga off to the quarterfinals here. Central Louisiana being very, very well represented out of that select Division I. Emma Davis there at the plate takes ball one. Swung through that changeup, 1 ball and 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike to Davis, and the Eagles are going to want to do it in 5. They're going to have to do it with 2 outs again. They've done that this year on several occasions, but no runs in the 4th. Now looking at that again here in the 5th. That one up and out of the zone, 3 balls and a strike. That one lifted back here where we are. Stay in, hits that netting, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes.
For him, it's such a strange combination. Like, it's nice to get away, but you get
Tioga will make the trip down to John Curtis. That is a rematch of last year's quarterfinal, regional round. I don't know. That one lifted third base. That's going to drop down, and that is a base hit for Emma Davis as she continues to swing a good bat. And Sophie Giordano will stride in.
I don't think it'd be an ounce different to live here.
Giordano looking to get something going. Bounces around, and Davis is going to easily make her way down to second base. That will get Davis down to second base on ball 1. So Giordano with a base hit could get that run in. The Lady Eagles are going to end it. They're going to have to do it here. The potential game-ending run on deck, but Giordano would have to get on base here, and it's 1-0. Giordano takes that one outer half, and it's in there for strike one, ball one, and one strike. We will be out at Grace Christian tomorrow at 2 o'clock, or some semblance. We will be at the Grace Christian game tomorrow. A lot of games being moved to Wednesday. Pick up one of the local ones here. One fouled back. And now Giordano in a hole, 1 ball, 2 strikes. G there with 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 down, trying to keep this inning alive. Redhawks doing a good job. One by Sophie is fouled down the line, and that one's gloved over there. We'll take that. It was a slow roller, so I mean you're expected to field that. One ball, 2 strike offering once again. Sophie way out in front of it there and down on strikes, and that will retire the side. So after scoring 7 runs in 3 innings, they've been shut out the last 2. We go to the top of the 6th. Lady Eagles lead this 7-0 when we come back.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
Beth been up for her 6th inning of work, and Lady Redhawks trying to get something going as we move to the top of the 6th, and Lightning out behind center field, and boy, that would certainly prolong things here. And when bounces around, that's probably the least of things that you want, as this one is in the 6th inning, is Lightning to be detected. But that was right over the center field wall. And the officials hanging in there trying their best to get this one in the books, but this is why you want to, because that'll be a 30-minute delay, and it starts over every time after the Lightning is detected once again. So you could be at 29 minutes and 50 seconds and Lightning hit, and it would start it over, trying to slap this bunt over near the wall, and it's going to be 2 balls and a strike now. Again, I am Doug Gann with 446 Sports. Delighted that you have joined the Dash for Frash on here. Menard Lady Eagle softball brought to you by Eastside in the Circle, Duran Family Investments. The Dash for Frash brought to you by Melder Trailer Sales and Melder's Livestock. No, they do utility trailers. I didn't either. If you're looking for a utility trailer, you have a choice. Something they don't do is the cargo trailers. They do the big livestock trailers. They also do utility trailers. Melder's Trailer Sales out in the Oak Hill area, Gardner. Give them a call. Find them on Facebook. Tell them 446 Sports sent you. That one misses up and out of the zone. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Methvin. So one of the officials has and it's a 3-man crew, will have that lightning detector to keep an eye. Swung through that one and missed, and down on strike she goes. And that's out number 1 here, top 6. 7, 8, and 1 for the Lady Eagles, 0, 2, and 0 for Central Private, the Lady Redhawks. Good looking pitch there, thrown right by the batter. That one up and out of the zone, 2 balls and a strike. Lyles has it over at third. A little bit easier chance for her today, and she gloves that one. And 2 up, 2 down for the Lady Redhawks. This is Miriam Rennerson. Rennerson, R-E-Y-N-E-R-S-O-N, Rennerson. They'll stride to the plate here. 2 down, trying to get something going here, top of the 6th.
Yeah.
And 1 ball and 1 strike. Big shout out to our friends at Wallace Eye Associates, have long been the sponsor of our Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. Great member of this community, helping to bring high school sports to you. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And Methvin with an opportunity to go ahead and get out of this 6th inning. As it's only lightning that I saw was that one little ripple back way off in the distance. They measure distance, not just seeing it. Ground ball is off of Methvin, bobbled around there by Davis, and not in time. She throws that away, but nobody's going to go anywhere. And Renderson will be on with an error. You see the official walk out and hand the ball to the pitcher. Means he's giving her a little bit of time to get settled in there. Knew that ball came back to her pretty quick and wanted to make sure that she was settled down. She is, they are, and here we go. That one taken in there for strike 1, so Methvin allows a runner but gets back on base. That was a walk. That's her 2nd walk, 3rd walk of the game. 2 base hits. But has been in control. Actually, that was an error that got the runner on first base. So 2nd error of the game for the Lady Eagles, 7-8-2. No errors for the Lady Redhawks, but they've been unable really to generate anything today other than those 2 hits early in the 1st and 2nd innings. Those were those line shots that just went right over the bag at 3rd base. Swung on and missed, and down on strike she goes, and that will retire the side for the Lady Redhawks in the top half of the 6th. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left on. We move to the bottom of the 6th when we come back right after this from Jason Hawk.
We've all seen how quickly things can change. Everything from the world around us to the cost of things we use on a daily basis. That's why we all need someone in our corner to keep our family protected while still watching out for our pocketbook. I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. There's no better time than now to complete an insurance review to make sure you're properly covered and not paying too much. Whether it's in our office, at your home, or your place of business, let us help you find peace of mind. If you're in need of your insurance checkup, whether auto, home, or life, talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investment.
Firehouse Subs just partnered with Hot Ones to create 2 new hook and ladder subs.
One with pickles marinated in Last Dab Reaper sauce to test yourself.
And a milder one with crispy garlic chips if tests aren't really your thing.
Find out how hot you like it for a limited.
Kenzie Lyles set to lead things off in the bottom half of the 6th. So now you have a couple opportunities. You can get your 3 runs here. You can just go and keep it where it's at and come back out in the top of the 7th. So winding this one down That one bounces, rolls around, and it is down for ball one. So Watts has done a great job when she came in. Yeah, that one little bit of lightning was enough to tell me that we made the right decision being in here. Lyles watches that one bounce up, 2 balls and no strikes, and Watts may be tiring just a little bit. Third pitcher of the day for this Lady Hawks team, Lady Redhawks. Watts will rock back and deliver this one. Lyles up and out of the zone, 3 balls and no strikes, and starting to see that she doesn't have the command she had in that first 4 or 5 outs that she got. Lyles will lay off of this one, 3 balls and no strikes. That one hits her too, and boy, on a 3-0 pitch, you get hit right in the ankle. That's tough. Dadgum, is that tough. That'll get a runner down to first base. They'll check on Kinsey. She's good to go, and Addie Wright stands in. Eddie over the head quickly of the shortstop, and that's going to be in there for a base hit. Addie Wright. And Kaylee Methvin will stride in. Gives the glove back to Coach Hunter. And this is what you wanted to see now. And I just believe that Watts is getting a little bit tired out there. Now an opportunity, you think the Lady Eagles can put something together, and you certainly want to do that with lightning in the air and go ahead and get out of this thing. That one bounces inside. Boy, so after a walk and a lot of balls thrown out of the strike zone, Addie Wright went right after it. Patiently aggressive, we told you. And that's going to be a little meeting at the mound as they work things out. Get a look at Parati and Methvin. The combination has been so solid. It's your battery for the Lady Eagles as well. They hit 7-8 in the lineup and really, really know each other quite well. Parati says, let's go. Says, let's go again. 1 ball, no strikes here. Nobody down. That one lifted high. Could have been infield flies, so Methvin is out no matter what, and Parati now will step in.
Here we go, Kate. Let's go, Kate. Kate P.
St. Fred's has won 4-3 in their game, so the winner of this will go to Monroe. It's just a matter of when they go. St. Fred's wins that 4-3 after being tied 3-3 in that one late. That one up high, and strike is there.
Go, Kate, drive it.
Parati's hit the ball well today herself. That one bounces around. 1 ball and 1 strike in this one. They had 2 and 2 up on the board, but they'll get that corrected. The official emphatically agrees with us and makes it. Grant up 9-7 in the bottom of the 5th in that one, and they were up 7-0 in that ball game. Parati watches this one up and out of the zone. 2 balls and 1 strike. Trying to let the So the scoreboard says 3-0, which it's not, and they'll come and correct that, but not sure what. Going to make a change here. They'll move, looks like another batter or another pitcher in, or they're going to swap. Not sure what they're swapping here. Third baseman comes in, and they'll switch. So expect her to go and get loose down there. And 2 balls and 1 strike. They got things corrected there on the scoreboard. That scoreboard that you see the Lady Eagles, well, you can't see it where we're at, but needless to say, shows 7-0, 9 hits for the Lady Eagles, 2 errors in the ball game. And that one is a little poke foul over towards that place where that brick wall kind of juts out in front of the dugout and back into play. And 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 down here. Parati, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Down the line it goes and just hits the third baseman. Going to be safe all the way around, but Parati put a charge into that one again. She's been hitting the ball very well today. And Mika Keogh, and there's that lightning that I told you about down the line. That's why you're doing anything you can. Adeline Ledette will go in to run. The base is loaded for Mika Keogh. This is not the time in the game that you want a weather delay by any means. One ball, no strikes, up and out of the zone, and now Sawyer Shelton would be next, barring anything unfortunate here, such as an inning-ending double play. I really hate that I even mentioned it. That one misses inside, 2 balls, no strikes. The run that you're looking at right now is in Adeline Ledette. Over at first base, she would be the game-ending run that would send the Lady Eagles up to Monroe in a rematch with St. Fred's. That one, that's over the head. That's going to drop. 1 run is going to come in to force there, so she's got to hustle, and she does. Lyle scores there, and it's time for Sawyer to go ahead and end this thing. That's 8 now on a base hit. Defense backs up a little bit and gives Sawyer a little bit of room in this one. Grant extended their lead 11-7 now in that one, Lady Cougars. Sawyer watches that one down low for ball 1. You know she'd like nothing more, but she'll take the walk in this one that would force it. But Ledette out at second base is the run that you're looking at. She's on to run for Parati. Watts rocks back and fires this one over the head of Shelton, and ball 2. So mercifully, the weather has held off in this one thus far. Never would have thought it today. We'll go back and recap that video again sometime tonight. A lot of scores to get to you for the evening and some quarterfinal matchups already in place. Sawyer watches that one off the zone, 3 balls and no strikes. Beldrago would be next with the opportunity to win it here. It's 8-0, 8 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors for the Lady Eagles, 0-2. This will be the final home game of this season for the Lady Eagles, and that's an RBI walk for Shelton, and 9-0 now. The Lady Eagles are 1 run away from going to the quarterfinals and that rematch with St. Fred's, and it's up to Beldrago to do it here.
I got nothing else to do with it. So we ain't hosting, so might as well cook all the food.
See, the mute button is my friend there. We can, that's right. Oh, yes, he is. Yes.
The view is great, but the commentary sucks. Too much background noise.
Relive my Bob Euchre days up here from one ball, no strikes, and they're going to go out, and that will do it, trying to pitch till the very end of it here. I don't know that you come in and make a pitching change here, but they are maybe bringing in a senior. I don't have the lineup on there, but that will do it for Watts, and this just may be an opportunity to get one of their seniors in. We don't have information on their classes, but it is a fostering community pitching change. We'll be right back right after this.
Central Louisiana. This is your home for live sports action. From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love with expert commentary and passionate coverage. Cheer for your favorite athletes and relive the moments that define our community spirit. Our sponsors keep us in the game. Together, we bring you the best in local sports coverage. Join the 446 Sports family today. Watch, cheer, celebrate. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media. 446 Sports, where Central Louisiana comes to play.
So I can only imagine this is a little like when Harry Carey and Steve Stone used to broadcast from out in the bleachers out at Wrigley Field back in the old Cubs days, is what it might have been like where we're at in international waters here. But it has been just a lot of fun in this one. Drago with an opportunity as Ledette's now at third base with nobody out, and there's just a number of things that you could do here. Trying to get the name of that young lady that is in there pitching now. Paxton is in there, and Drago is going to walk it off. That's good. There's a collision out at second base, so you better hold on. That won't end it. Yeah, they're going to call a collision interference, and that will score the run here at home, and that'll do it 10-0 ball game. Your Lady Eagles are off to Monroe to face St. Fred. That is a 3-run bottom of the ninth, or bottom of the sixth. Whatever, it was upside down. And that is they're trying to discuss it a little bit, but needless to say, that's going to end it. And that marks the end of the season and career of some of those seniors from Central Private. Great season they had, won a game in the playoffs. The Lady Eagles will move on for a rematch with the Lady Warriors of St. Fred's, and we'll let you know when that's going to be. That is going to be a big one, to say the least. It heard early that it could be a Thursday, could be a Saturday, so I really don't have any idea. But it's been a lot of fun being out here at the Eagles Nest all season long with these Lady Eagles. We'll continue to follow them all the way to Sulphur. We'll be down at Sulphur no matter who's down there. We'll make the trip down there, but quarterfinal matchup is set, and it's going to be a big one. For the Lady Eagles tonight, 10 runs on 12 hits, 2 errors. For the Lady Redhawks, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. Lady Eagles move on. They will head to Monroe to face the Lady Warriors, and a team that won tonight 4-3 over Covenant Christian, I guess is who it is, but that will wrap it up. Guys, it's been a wonderful, wonderful season here from the Eagles Nest. For the final time out at Holy Savior Menard for this season, I am Doug Gann. God bless you all, and good night.